Hey folks, Pat Deegan here. Today I was thinking a bit about the courage of a peer specialist. It is really, really challenging to go to work for the first time as a peer specialist. And imagine coming into a clinical team meeting or coming into a case management meeting, or you're on an ACT team, and for the first time you sort of are getting behind the closed door. And you begin to hear clinicians talking about people and using all of the specialized clinical language. And as a peer specialist, we can kind of look around and go, whoa, did they used to talk about me this way when I was in places like this? And it can be really challenging to hear social workers and case managers and psychiatrists using words, perhaps clinical language that we're not familiar with. And in my mind, it's understandable that we begin to drift. We don't want to appear dumb. We want to know what these big words all mean, and so we begin to adopt them ourselves. And it's really difficult to remain peer when we are working on clinical teams. We need support. We need peer-to-peer support, which means it's important to connect with each other, but we also need support and mentorship from more advanced peer specialists who've been on the job longer perhaps than we have. We don't have to become junior clinicians, but in order to remain peer, we do need support. We do need to be willing to come from the wisdom of our own lived experience and not get caught up in using terms like decompensating and returning to baseline and all those other clinical words that get thrown around all the time in clinical settings. So the challenge becomes, how do I remain authentically peer even when I'm in settings where no one else is coming from the perspective that I'm working from? It's a challenge. It's not easy. And I think that it's important to provide people with mentorship and with community and connection and lots of training and support. Have a good weekend.